Welcome back to Across Louisiana. You know, the holiday season is a great time for arts and culture here in the greater Baton Rouge area. We referenced it a little bit in our last segment when we were discussing the Nutcracker with the Baton Rouge Ballet Theater, but equally as important a part of that is the Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra in that great production. And here to tell us all about that and more is David Torrance. Welcome back to the show, David.
Thanks for having me.
We were talking earlier about what a great event this is to have this collaboration between, in the arts for Baton Rouge to such great result. Talk to me a little bit about the symphony's role in this great production and what it means.
Yeah, a long time ago, the ballet was doing the Nutcracker 2 recording, and it had already been a dream of mine to get the symphony to be playing live. And the difference between the recording and the live orchestra in the theater it's been astonishing. And I hope people have noticed it. I'm sure they have, because it's just so much more alive with literally 65 people in the pit playing the music to the Nutcracker. But so when we started it's about 4 or 5 years ago, and we come in and we start rehearsing the Nutcracker about a week out. Of course, I start looking at the Nutcracker beginning of November, so I start studying, and it's really unique because in the score, literally, Tchaikovsky has written directions out in terms of what's going on in the story. So it may say, the Mouse King rolls onto the stage and the little toy soldiers, there's very specific instructions in the music. So we kind of know just through music, and that's really the key thing, is that he's written out the story through music. So even if there was not ballet dancers on stage, we're in service to the music and we're in service to what's going on in the story and to make the dancers look absolutely as best as we can. But we do kind of know what is going on. So a lot of the musicians actually can't see the ballet. They never see a dancer the entire production. So
Wow.
for 2 days, they never see what's going on stage. I'm pretty much the only one who can see everything, obviously, that's going on stage. But they have a good idea of what happens during the story just based on what they're playing in the music. So it's a unique experience for them, and I get to see, of course, when I'm conducting them, I get to see how the dancers, their feet. So what I mainly need to see, right? And there's a lot of visual cues that we go off of to make sure that we start and we stop on time. I mean, it's if the music doesn't start on time, there's no words to a ballet. So the dancers need to know when to dance and when not to dance, and there's a lot of it's a very complicated thing to go through, but it's exciting too. It's a lot of pressure, but I like it.
I'm sure that having that orchestra there in the pit will do it justice that no recording ever could,
For sure.
in terms of your pacings and just the emotional feel of it. That power that comes with that many musicians and instruments in one place.
The collaborative aspect is huge. I mean, the 65 musicians of the orchestra are collaborating with the entire cast of the ballet, and then more importantly, the principal dancers come in, and they may not be from Baton Rouge. They're usually guests, and they usually want something a little bit different from last year's dancers. So we're gonna meet before the first rehearsal, and we're gonna talk about how fast they want to do this, or how slow, or what's gonna happen when she wants to do the lift, or all kinds of details like that. So it's interesting.
Also, I know you have another exciting event. Really quickly, tell us about your upcoming concert at Homa's House.
Homa's House is going to be Christmas Brass, and Kevin Kelly, he decorates that place to the nines, so it's a good place to go have dinner and see a great concert with the Baton Rouge Symphony Brass section.
Tell the folks where they can go to find out more, Dave.
Yeah, www.brso.org, or they can call 383-0500.
Thanks so much for coming on and telling us all about it, and good luck with this year's Nutcracker.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be back to wrap it up next on this edition of Across Louisiana. Don't go anywhere, folks.